Michigan dominates Penn State 110 to 69 and is off to the fastest start in program history, 21-1 on the season. Just an absolutely dominant fashion for Michigan. 56-24 at halftime. This game was never even close. There was really only 90 seconds in this game where Michigan did not have the lead, but Michigan played very, very well. Obviously, because they ended up winning by 41 points, right? Like, you have to play very well. It truly starts out with Nimari Burnett in this game. This was a career game for Nimari Burnett. 11 for 16 from the field, 7 for 10 from three. This is a Michigan team that at points has really kind of struggled shooting the three percentage-wise. They shot the three really well in this game. 15 for 29, a little bit over 50% from the field, and Nimari Burnett was a huge part of that. Ended up putting up 31 points in this game. He was special, man. He was really, really good. 31 points in 21 minutes. He could not miss in this game. And it wasn't only him. Like, they got good performances from Morez Johnson, 12 points. Daymara, 11 points. Yaxel had 6 points. This was just a really good overall shooting performance for Michigan. 61% from the field. Like, that is absolutely unheard of. This is a team that had 31 assists. Just insane, right? Like, 31 out of 40 makes. Just something that you don't see too often. 9 turnovers, 44 rebounded, out-rebounded Penn State by over 23 rebounds. That's just how different this game was compared to the first game. And that's something I talked about in the preview of how I didn't think this game was going to be close. I thought that Michigan would come in and kind of dominate, that this wasn't really going to be a game that Penn State going into Chrysler really had an advantage for. Now, I did talk about Mingo, how he was going to be playing in this game, how Penn State needed good performance from Dillian, how they needed good performances from Mingo, Reed. They got solid performances from Dillian and Reed. 19 points, 15 points. Tonka had 15 points. Mingo had 7 points. But, like, even at the end of the day, like, if you get good performances, this was still a dominant defensive performance from Michigan. Like, 69 points in a game, held them under 70. Like, this was just a good performance. Penn State shot 10% from three. Now, this is not the strongest Penn State shooting team from three, but 10%, you're obviously not going to win any games doing that. 37% from the field. Turned over 14 times. This was just from the start of this game to the very end. This was just an absolutely dominant fashion, and is a really big reason why Michigan has been off and is been off to the best start in program history. 21-1. This is a really, really good Michigan team. And this is the thing, if they get Nimari Burnett going, if shooting from three stays somewhat close to this, I'm not saying 52% because that's exactly what it is. You can't expect a team to shoot that every single game. If this Michigan team can get Nimari Burnett consistent, they can get outside shooting. This is a team that we saw earlier this year. This was that dominant of a win. Now, obviously, Penn State, not a great team. They're a bottom dweller team in the Big Ten. But guess what? You're doing exactly what you needed to do. You needed to come in, you needed to dominate, and you truly needed to never give them a chance. And at this point, when you go up basically 28 points at halftime, it's over by like halftime. At least it was basically over by like 10 to 12 minutes into the first half. Like, that's just really how well Michigan played. And this is one of the craziest offensive performances I have seen this year. And that isn't even saying very much because Michigan has been able to put up this many points before. Like, they've been really close. They put up over 100 points several times this year. And it truly, truly shows you just kind of what the talent that Michigan has can do if they can hit shots, but just shows you also defensively just how much their size truly affects the other team. Like, Penn State, like I said, wasn't able to shoot very well. It's because of the size, right? Daymara, Morez Johnson, Yaxel Lundenberg, these guys have a ton of size. They have a ton of physicality. They have a ton of measurables that truly makes an advantage for Michigan. And while even though Penn State, again, is not very good, Penn State, at least at their home, kept it close. That was never the case in this one. So Michigan, even though you didn't get a great performance from Elliot Cadeau, even though you didn't get a great performance from Yaxel Lundenberg, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. When you have this type of defense, when you have this type of offense, and these guys, these starters, the most amount of minutes they played in this game, 25 minutes out of 40, 25 minutes. And they were able to play multiple guys on the bench. LJ Casey had 12 points. McKinney had 12 points. Those guys off the bench actually played more minutes than any of the starters combined. Will Cheddar, 26 minutes. That's absolutely insane. You have more guys on your bench that's played more minutes than your actual stars. But that's the thing, is we've seen Michigan do that several times this year. They did it even earlier against some really good competition in Las Vegas. This isn't something that is unknown for Michigan, but this is truly a Michigan team that's playing with a ton of confidence right now. And even Goodman played 11 minutes, 6 points. Cordell had 7 minutes for 4 points. Easley Jr., I don't know if he's played in a game. Maybe he has. He had 1 minute. But Michigan was able to truly go 11 deep in this game because of the willingness and because of the ability to dominate. And yeah, just really, really happy. And obviously, if you're Dusty May, you have to be really happy about this. You just have to be happy about the dominant performance. This is going to be a team that's going to continue to play very well. This is a team that is obviously in first place in the Big Ten. They're a team that truly not only beats the good teams, but when they play the bad teams, they usually dominate. And that's exactly what you need to do if you want to get to where you want to get to, which is winning a Big Ten, which is winning a national championship. And this is a team that's number 2 in the country for a reason. They're definitely going to be a team that's going to be in the talking and have been in the talking for a national championship for a while. And if this is the type of performance that Michigan gets, I don't know if there's any team, maybe one team in the country that can truly stop these guys. But it's Penn State, so can't really take too much away from it. But at the same time, right, this is a Michigan team that's done this multiple times, even against great teams in like Gonzaga. So this is the team that Michigan can have. I think this is the peak of the team, the ceiling of this team. And if that's the case, it is going to continue to be a very, very scary team for Michigan this year. But just a great performance at Chrysler. I don't think anyone truly doubt that this was going to happen. Just overall, Michigan just continues to find ways to dominate the teams that they need to dominate, continues to find ways to just continue to keep scores and games not close. And this is a really good team. And Nimari Burnett was the one leading it, which I don't think a lot of people truly had going into this game. But Nimari Burnett has shown the ability to make shots. He's shown the ability to be a leading scorer. And when he scores 31 points, you have double digits from a couple of bench guys, a couple of starters as well. Just really the overall effectiveness of this team was really apparent. Really the only one that didn't shoot the ball effectively was Elliot Cadeau, who went 3 for 9 from the field, 7 points. But at the end of the day, if you look, I believe every single player outside of him shot more than 50% from the field. That's just insane. You don't see that very much. They held them to 69 points. You win by 41. This is something that is unheard of. This is something that this Michigan team has done in the past, and they did in this game. So Michigan off to the best program start ever. Don't think anyone's surprised about that. Good win for Michigan. Dominant win for Michigan. Dusty May has these guys cooking. We'll see if that continues. We'll see if that continues against better opponents. But at the end of the day, when you put up 110 and you end up being a bad opponent in the Big Ten by 41, you don't apologize for it. You do exactly what you need to do. So like I said, good win for Michigan. If this is something that you enjoyed, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. We'll see if Michigan continues this, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Like I said, good win for Michigan, and please tune in to the next episode.